Hello, I'm Ben from Mayku, and today we're going to show you how to save hours per day making retainers with 7 sheets of retainer material and the Mayku 7-shot reducing plate. So we're going to time this whole process from beginning to end, all the way from essentially putting the material into the machine to taking it out ready for cutting at the bench. So you've got a really clear idea of how long an entire cycle takes. So we're going to start that timer now. There we go, time is off. So we're going to come over to our machine, and we've got a bunch of different dental firmware profiles on the machine already, but we're going to choose our retainer material, which we're then going to install into the 7-shot. Now with the 7-shot, you always need to have one in the center. If you're doing anywhere between 1 and 7, you can actually block out these outside ones, but you always need this one in the center for it to be able to work. So we're just going to put these magnetized rings on like so. Take this over, place it into the machine. Just going to check this is lining up on the inside here, and then just follow the guide on the machine, which will tell us exactly what to do. So you can now see that the heater is switched on. That's going to start heating up our sheet material to the exact temperature that it needs to be. Now, the difference with this machine is that it works with a temperature sensor and an auto leveling system rather than a timer-based system. So we heat our materials to the exact temperature that they need to be. This machine has got its pre-charge setting switched on, which means that the compressor is not needing to charge up beforehand. So we can start placing our models on now. And I'm just placing these on where the pattern corresponds on the bed of the machine, and that just is going to make sure that when that reducing plate comes down, it's coming down in the right place. So that little whirring sound that you can hear, that's the auto leveling system. So what that's doing is keeping the sheet material perfectly flat as it's being heated up. So you can see that material is being kept completely flat. That's going to make for a much more consistent form for your final forms. We've also got pre-installed profiles in here. So this one's heating up to 165 degrees C, but you can edit those profiles, go in, change them to different temperatures, different pressures. So, and then you can save those profiles and reload them again, replay them at any time. So anyone can come to the machine in your lab and just start using a profile that you have straight away without having to mess about with making their own profiles or tune it for themselves. So we're on about 140 up to 165 at the moment. When the machine is almost ready to form, you'll see the heaters start to flicker a little bit, which is like a subtle indication that it's almost ready to form. And when it's actually ready to form, it's going to beep at us. So the heaters are starting to flicker a little, which is telling us it's nearly ready. And then we should hear a beep. There you go. We're going to bring this down, lock this off, and press this down. So that's just dumped about 4 bar of pressure into that dome. And all of that pressure is now holding the plastic onto the 3D prints and sort of crunching it into all the like nooks and crannies and details, which is going to give us a very high quality form at the end of the process. We're now in our holding pattern, which has got about 10 seconds left. At the end of this holding pattern, we're going to hear all of the air escape, which will happen now. There you go. And then because we've got that automatic pre-charge setting on, the machine is actually going to start charging up the tanks. So if you're running multiple cycles back to back, the next time you start to form, the tanks will already be pre-charged. So when you put your models on the bed, they're not going to be rattling around whilst the compressor's on. So it just speeds up that process for you guys much more. There are a bunch of different dental profiles on there already, but if you want to make your own profile with custom mode, you can go in, change any temperature, pressure sensors that you want, and go back and use that over and over again. So it's given me a form score of 99, which means this is now ready. So I can take this out, unlock this, There we go. So there are our 7 forms. Oh, I should stop my timer as well. So that's 4 minutes and 52. So 4 minutes and 52 for 7 forms of our retainer material ready to go and cut at the bench. Let's look at the numbers and work out what this will mean for your cycle time and how many you can make in a day. So that is 4 minutes 52, which is about 292 seconds, or about 41 seconds per retainer, which is 87 retainers per hour.